Show magazine. Exclusive.
What's the deal? Y'all walking the mile with L.O.M Rudy. Shout out to For Show Mag. We in the middle of Inkster in Compton right now. Yeah, growing up in Inkster is like growing up in shit, any other hood for real. It's just like a smaller Detroit type shit for real. We got a bunch of different hoods like every other hood got. We got everything any other city got for real. Motherfuckers be like, how you in the middle of the ghetto but you surrounded by all of those like suburban areas. You got Garden City, Dearborn, Canton, Romulus all like surrounding us, but we like our own like little big city type shit.
As far as the area we come from, that bitch is small.
Inkster is known for you. Shit. Murder and getting money. If you living that life, they gonna get you. They gonna get you, but we like to get money out here. We on the outskirts. That's Detroit. We in Inkster, man. We catch $50, $100, $300 plays, $500 plays. We don't get that little money. No nickel and dimes out here, man. We get money out here in Inkster, man. Get real money out here, man. We got Westland, we got Romulus, we got Dearborn Heights, Garden City. We got all these little inner-skirts. We got all these white boys coming out here. So these kids out here, we get money out here, man. Money out here. So that's what Inkster all about, man.
Really, it was just my mama. My daddy was like back and forth to jail type shit, so I stayed with her like for majority of the time. I stayed in Inkster, stayed in the city. Was like always hustling, doing shit, selling CDs, shirts, candy, all type of shit, like at a young age. So, you know, I always been into that. Is went from CDs and shirts to gambling and scams, all type of stuff, just like early, man. Life was like crazy, like fast. So kind of grew up like kind of fast for real. Adapted, I always like ran with older people, people that I can learn from and teach me type of shit. This PN Park where we at right now, this was like a meetup spot for every day for years straight. Like, if you got some hoes, tell them pull up here.
They called it Compton because back in '88, '89, when crack really first hit the streets and everybody started doing their thing in different hoods, Easy and them was out. Straight out of Compton came out. So that's the only reason why we called it Compton.
I grew up with all the killers. I ain't gonna cap, nigga had to come to Compton to get some money though. There wasn't no money in my hood. That's how I started fucking with Compton niggas for real though.
We gambled up here, played cards, Monday through Sunday. I can't even say Monday through Friday, every day. Like, this what we did every day for years, for days. Motherfuckers make money, come up here, blow it. Motherfuckers broke, want to come up on some money, come up here, gamble, shoot jumpers, anything you can think of. This just like this one of the Inkster monuments, especially for Compton side. Like, this one of the only parks we got. So I damn near probably start coming up here when I'm like 8 or 9, like when I like 3rd, 4th grade for real, selling. No, I wasn't selling CDs then. I probably was selling like 4th, 5th grade. I was into like selling shirts and shit. Then I got into CDs and just I started coming up to PN Park early, just seeing stuff. Like, that's how I know what go on up here.
We see, this shit started from back in the days. I say what? When we say, well, this started about what? 2000s, what? When we started like?
09, 08, 09. High school.
Nephews always know how to rap. So, my nephew Rambo told me to buy some equipment. I bought some equipment for him. To keep them out the streets. I ain't want them hustling, I ain't want them to do nothing. So they know how to rap, so I bought them equipment. So I bought them that equipment. We went and got some. We started rocking out in the basement. We ain't know how to work that shit. We just out there doing that shit. We got some. Police raided the house. Took it. Went back, got some more. Shit, we was rocking out.
And that was 1,000 grams.
That was 1,000 grams. Yeah, that's before everything.
That was the originator of it.
That was like my nephews. They seen everything I did. I always hustle, real shit. You know what I'm saying? I get a check, that shit gone before it comes, so I always been in the streets. I always had cars, so they pick my nephews up, ride with them, so they always seen what I did. I ain't too much had nothing sugarcoat, nothing from them.
I was in the group L.O.M, which is Loyalty Over Money. It was me, Rambo, Pills, 80s, Gutter. I feel like that started at like 2011. It was 1,000 grams before it was L.O.M for real. Yeah, that was about 2011, 2012, man. That it started. I think Rambo started that for real, and we kind of just took it and ran with it. It was some shit like we all was fucking with each other, and they all was doing music first, and they just happened to be actually the house that we in right now. That's where I recorded my first song. They just happened to be over here making music one day, and they just bullshitting trying to get me on the song, and I ended up getting on the song. I think with Pills, if I'm not mistaken, was my first song, and this shit it came out hard, and I just kept on doing it after that. That's when it like kind of became serious and became a big thing. But I ended up getting locked up in 2016, and just everybody just get older and people grow apart and shit. So that's kind of why with 80s being locked up too. That's kind of a reason why people don't be hearing like L.O.M music and shit. Right now we at the Allen store. It's one of the 2 stores that they got over here in the east. They got the Harrison store and they got the Allen store. We in their hood. We in their neighborhood right now.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all right?
What's up, man? What y'all got going on?
Huh?
What y'all got going on?
Shooting some hood shit for this Inkster, this WalkAMile shit that for show mag do. Just showing what type of shit Inkster be on and how we different from the city. What's the deal, brother? You all right?
You ain't get no weed from me, that shit ain't
Man,
shit.
nigga, this shit the best weed around.
They say you can pull that shit out, nigga. Hey, look,
Yeah.
my shit
Basically just putting up, just showing what Inkster about, for real.
My mama just pulled a bag out of the nigga.
You see what Inkster
That
about?
nigga pulled a bag out of the nigga. What's poppin', nigga?
This the Allen store we in right here, man. This the hood supermarket for Saigon. Like all these motherfuckers that's in this area, they all come to this store type shit.
This is where you at right now?
Type shit.
This is New Allen store. It's black on now. It's been black on now for about 3 years. Matter of fact, this year be the 3rd year. You hear me?
Look, remember my uncle said you got the white people from everywhere coming from all the outskirts cities and shit, coming to spend money. Look, Joe. No, y'all can keep coming. It's okay. You catch my drift. They around this motherfucker. It ain't just them. Like everybody, Taylor, Garden City, Dearborn Heights, motherfuckers coming around here to spend. Like that's how everybody get money out here.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I need a water too. I'm only supposed to be drinking juice and water, man. That pop be breaking my face out, man. Fucking my face up. Yeah, water. This shit good for you. Yeah, we don't got no gas stations or no stores on our side that got food. Like they be having good ass chicken.
What you mean?
These niggas over here, they hoes can't cook, so they come over here and get food. They got chicken, fries, motherfucking potato wedges. They be having all type of soul food in this bitch. But like I said, we don't got that over there on our side. So even motherfuckers from Compton come over here and get food. The Stardust used to be open like some years ago. That was one of the main monuments to Inkster too. They closed a few years back, but outside of them and the American Grill on Michigan Ave, like as far as food go, we ain't never really had no crazy ass food place. You gotta go to the city to eat, like far as hell. So
I gotta ask you the one in the music video?
it ain't a music video, but it's like some interview type shit. Yeah.
I see your little fling at you now.
Thank you.
Just in the water too?
Yep.
That's it for you?
Yeah, that's all.
Debit or credit?
Debit.
I gotta charge you extra 56.
Okay. Multiple Hustles. That was our first tape. I think that was in 2012. That like solidified us in Detroit. It got people like Team Eastside, Snoop, Babyface Ray, Peasy. We was fucking with Doughboy Rock early. We got verses from Kid early. Like people like really fucked with us. The second tape, The Breaks Over, was The Breaks Over because people was on our ass about us taking too long to drop music. Like, that shit wasn't bringing in no money then or nothing, and everybody hustling, niggas broke, niggas trying to get some money. Like, that rap shit was like the last thing on our mind. Like, where the music scene is now, we didn't see this at all back then. Like, if we would've knew the outcome of this shit and how motherfuckers be making money like this now and how we can like control everything, we would've stayed on that shit. It wouldn't be nothing like it is, but I guess everything happened for a reason. We made a big ass impact and people was fucking with us, but everybody trying to get their own money and do their own thing. I went to jail in 2016. Nobody really wasn't doing nothing close to what they doing now. I came home in 2018 and just, I'm seeing Peasy, I'm seeing Ray, I'm seeing Payroll. These niggas iced the fuck up, like, and I've been iced the fuck up my whole life, but these niggas like iced the fuck up. I'm like, damn, like this off music type shit. So I just kind of shifted all my other focus of everything else I was doing outside of music and just shifted it to the music, you know, and that's kind of what got me where I'm at right now. I originally was gonna do the interview on Carlisle, the house that I grew up in, but somebody moved in that house now, and I just ain't want to be in front of that shit with cameras type shit. So I changed the location to where we at now. This is a house that I sold my homeboy a few years back, for real. This one of the, at the time I had 10 houses. At the time I sold him this house that we shooting it in. Inkster is split up into like 5, 6 sides, for real. You got Compton, you got the east, which is after Inkster Road. Then after Middlebelt, you got, you got Saigon before that, for real. I forgot about Saigon. You got Saigon, then you got after Middlebelt, you got the gardens over there. Anything across Michigan Ave, you got ATA is for across the Ave, like, and we don't really have a lot of differences. Like, everybody is like real secluded in their own circle. I can't say like Inkster niggas is that much different because we got so much in common, but people don't really venture outside of their circle, for real. Like, everybody be in their own cliques, but everybody will know each other, you know. It don't be nothing like taken away from no other side or none of the other cliques or whatever, but everybody just be comfortable within their own little circle, for real. We don't really have too much differences. A lot of niggas dress alike, a lot of niggas talk alike, fuck with the same females because it's only this big, you know. But Inkster is Inkster. Like I say, it's no difference in us, but you can tell the difference between us and Detroit people. Right now we across the Ave. Y'all probably hear a bunch of people say ATA all the time. ATA stand for across the Ave. This my man Slick side. He be over here, like this was where he grew up. So anytime I was on this side doing something, I'm always with him, and he can tell me shit that I don't really know. Like, you know, everybody know they side inside and out. I think it's real dangerous being a rapper. It's one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, for real. You gotta meet people you don't know and interact with people that's like big fans and people that's also haters too. You gotta post stuff about events that you're gonna be at, and people are gonna actually know you're gonna be there. So, you know, that's a thing in itself. You don't know what people's intentions is when they meet you. So you gotta just have a extra barrier up type shit. Yeah. Like, motherfuckers that don't know how to hustle, they'll try to take and try to rob and do shit to you if they get the chance. Like, you kind of become like prey. Like, motherfuckers gonna try you in a sense, you know, and that's where some of my incidents came from or started from, like somebody feeling like they gonna take something from me or do something to me and it's just gonna be okay. Like, I feel like that's where a lot of incidents stem from. Like, I don't be out here just looking for problems, looking for trouble, or rapping and dissing motherfuckers, you know. That ain't really what my music about. My shit be about hustling, getting money, fucking with hoes, like shit that I did and was seeing growing up, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it made our music like a lot different from everybody, because we really was putting our everyday life into shit, and we don't really know the other people that's rapping, so that shit sounding pretty good, but with ours, like, we know it's true. So I feel like that's why it kind of hit different for us. I feel like ways to protect yourself in this game is have a manager, make people go through other people, put an extra barrier up. Distance is safety. I feel like if you need a gun to go there, don't go. Like, that's one of my mindset and one of my principles that I go with sometimes, well, majority of the time. Just, you know, don't chase the hype. Don't try to be in the mix, because, you know, it gets dangerous. The more secluded you are and the more hard it is to have access to you, the more like beneficial you become, and the more people want to see you. People don't want to pay for somebody that they see all the time or hearing about all the time, and it kind of get old after a certain point. So, man, I could go on for days, man. It's a lot of little shit principles that I have that I apply to my life. I don't let the tank go under half. I don't stop and get gas in certain cities. Like, all of that little shit that apply to the real world, like playing chess, stand 3-4 steps ahead. Like make females come to where you comfortable at. Don't go over nobody's houses. Don't be sitting in cars, chilling on blocks. It's you know shit you don't do that'll make you survive out here for a long time, because you will expire quick if you just being in everybody's face and shit. Like, I'm trying to think exactly what went through my mind when I first seen myself. I think I had like a glass, like a shield over my eye type shit, and you know it didn't really register to me because everything was covered up for shit really some days for real, to where I could take the gauze off for real and see my shit, and you know I really was, I don't know, it looked crazy at first, so it hadn't really registered to me. I guess now I'm kind of used to it, and you know a lot of people like it. It kind of give me character and shit, so I ain't mad at it. You know, everything that I could do before, I still can do some stuff better. So yes, I'm kind of adjusted to it now. As far as like females, you was asking, as far as what they really don't think too much into it. You know, I really don't put nobody else in my situations. I don't really be letting people ride in the car with me. Well, female wise, I meet somebody where I'm going or something. You know, just for their safety type shit. That's probably the only thing that didn't really change. You know, I might not have the kids in the car or something. You know, just for my comfortability and my sake, to it kind of ease my mind a little bit. But outside of that, nothing really changed. As far as, you know, I feel like people be checking on me more and kind of worried about me. I don't know why, but the world kind of got this idea of me that motherfuckers just be out here looking for me and just like trying to kill me every day, and that really ain't the case. I just was kind of somewhere that I ain't had no business being, and what happened. My Houston incident didn't come from, it started from somebody trying to take something that I had, so it wasn't an incident like the one that just happened, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as people acting different. I got a lot of guys that kind of like act different towards me or don't deal with me because they feel a certain type of way about everything that's going on. But outside of that, everything is, I can't really say a lot changed. I still move cautious how I did before.
I got 32 years in this bitch. Only house in the projects.
43.
I think
Yeah,
my mama done fed a family around this bitch.
No, actually.
Oldest out of 7 boys. And you can ask anybody, man. I'm legendary. I've been legendary. Man, I've been fucking with L.O.M, man, since Robichaud. I went to Robichaud. I got kicked out of Blanchett, Inkster High, all that shit. Police coming, so we breaking it up.
We in Saigon right now. We over here. This like one of they big monuments for real. You gotta, don't nobody be shooting shit over here. It's like you damn near gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody to come over here and be straight and be, you know, feel comfortable type shit. This ain't one of the places motherfuckers just go and lollygag and be relaxing at.
Saigon is way different from any side in Inkster. You know why? Because we all got a grimy side of us, man. And we did have a grimy side. You know what I'm saying? When we was young, we all had grimy side. But you know, as you get older, you know what I'm saying, you get on some maturity shit, you feel what I'm saying? But it's a different breed over here than Compton, the Guards, the Middle East, the A. Real killers come up out of here, man. Not saying there ain't no killers coming from out of nowhere, but we babies coming up out of here killing shit, man. And that's the truth. And everybody I hung with, killers, man.
Right now we at Robichaud. This is where I went to high school. After I left Churchill, I came here. I feel like this the place that really, really like fully turned me out. And when I got like fully exposed type shit and really started getting money. When I lost my virginity, I was going to Robichaud. I was leaving during lunch, going to shoot dice and doing a bunch of shit that I wasn't supposed to do. And my old dude, he was in jail at the time, so I think I was living with my auntie on Carlisle when I like really first started going to high school here. Like I said, my daddy was locked up. I think my mama, she always lived in the city for the most part, so when I was in Inkster, I was with my granddaddy or my granny or my auntie. Or shit, really I was raising myself for the most part. I don't feel like I was like brought up no crazy way as far as how I was raised. I wouldn't say that I would want my kids to be raised like that. Like they ain't never been to the hood before, or I really wouldn't. I probably if I wasn't their daddy, they could be raised here type shit. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I really wouldn't have them around or risk my peace of mind knowing that something might happen to them over something that from when I was growing up around here. So, no, I wouldn't raise them how I was raised at all, because I damn near had to fend for myself and teach myself how to get money, how to do everything for real. Like, as far as the principles that I go by, everything was like self-taught opposed to somebody telling me. My daddy told me like different shit through letters and stuff, but it wasn't really like, it wasn't the same as somebody being like physically present for real. So no, I wouldn't raise my kids around here, and the shit that I really, even though they still be exposed to shit through like YouTube, it's a lot of shit that I shield them from, because I don't want them thinking it's cool, or I don't gotta be at home at night worrying if somebody about to call me and say something happened to my son because he in the hood trying to do some dumb shit of trying to be somebody he not. So I keep them like shielded. You know, they young, so school play a big part in what they do, and obviously they watch me, what I'm doing. So I kind of talk to them every chance I get and let them know that even though they might hear certain stuff, that's not what I'm doing right now, if that makes sense. It just come from a place that I was, or shit that I done been through for real.
Really, I think the goal is to really get about this shit and make it. Move past what we doing now or what we did 10 years ago. Niggas probably here physically, but mentally we about it here, you know what I'm saying? It ain't likely for niggas from different hoods from this small ass section sit on these bleachers together. Niggas from projects, across Compton, across the Ave. It ain't likely for niggas to be doing shit like that. Outside of that shit, we doing this shit, balling for real. And public too, legally too, you know what I'm saying? Niggas wanna uproll 6 figures, we can do that for real. It ain't no problem. Niggas don't give a fuck about no police shit, coming in, looking into documents. We real stand-up guys, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
When I went to jail in 2016, it was like a learning experience. I learned like, it was people that I thought I was gonna hear from all the time that I didn't hear from at all. People I expected to like hold shit down. And the people that I didn't think that I was gonna hear from at all is the people that end up tapping in with me and checking on me all the time, writing letters and sending pictures. When I went there, I met a whole lot of people that I'm still like friends with to this day. I believe you really go to jail to meet people, and it was kind of a learning experience too, because I had never been away from the street that long. You know, I had never like getting cheated on and being stressed about what your girlfriend out in the streets doing. And like I say, I lost my buildings while I was in jail. I wasn't able to pay the taxes because I wasn't making no money. So just being at a point where you can't control stuff, man. I was so used to running shit my whole life. I had never been away. I've always been a provider and been taking care of stuff. So being away and not being able to help, and it just was kind of, I felt defenseless for real. It's a lot of stuff that I would change, like coming up. I feel like I made a lot of money. I wouldn't have blew the money in the clubs, cars, like stuff that didn't matter, like just because it was like cool then to fuck hoes and do all that type of shit. I wouldn't give it. If I knew back then what I knew now, I'd be like super up, super rich. Them one of the 2 things I for sure wish I could change, man. I would sever a lot of relationships that I should have killed over time, like a long time ago, as far as carrying stuff for years that I should have just let die back in the day. I feel like I could have saved a few friendships too, over pride and shit that could have been fixed, like niggas having pride, too much pride. I feel like that's something I would change. But other than that, as far as like my incidents and all that type of stuff, I wouldn't change nothing about that. I don't feel like I would be where I'm at today and getting the recognition and getting the eyes on me that I finally got if all of this shit wasn't happening and people wasn't curious about why me, what is this nigga out there doing that everybody keep trying to do this and that, and what is it about him? So I'm kind of trying to find like the purpose. Motherfuckers keep saying like you gotta, it's a reason that you're here. I'm just trying to tap into it and see where I can take this shit for real. Using every avenue and trying to get some real money out of it and go legit, stay out the streets if possible. You know, that's one of my main goals for real.
Exclusive.